Hi there Pokefans, I am your humble host Charles Fan and you're watching Pokemon Gym Challenges. So as we are continuing through this walkthrough through the docks to get to this lady over here, I must apologize for my bit of a rant in the last episode. I didn't think I was going to buy the Scarlet and Violet games. I don't think so still, but some things have come to light in the meantime. One of those are that I think you can get the legendary before you fight the Elite Four or the champion. I think you can even get the legendary to fight for you before you take on any gyms, because you have 3 quests or missions that you have to go on and you can complete them in any order you want. Now most of the videos I've seen that do playthroughs, they do them concurrently, that is the word, concurrently. In other words, they do them all at the same time. But I think you can do the Beasts mission and complete it without having to battle any of the gyms. Now at the time of this recording, that is still just a theory as we take out this Carvana over here. So maybe someone will do a video and actually showcase whether that is possible or not. And if you do know what the answer is to this conundrum, please leave a comment in the comment section below and educate all 4 of us that are watching these videos. Anyway, let's continue with this battle as Mighty Ina now comes out. I think Surf should do the trick over here. Now if I get a Water Stone at some point, this Ludicolo is Breloom is definitely evolving. Okay, I got the name wrong twice. It's a Lombre. This Lombre is definitely evolving the moment I get my hands on a Water Stone. And I think it's a Water Stone, it's definitely not a Leaf Stone. I'm fairly certain of that. Makes more sense to have been a Leaf Stone, but that's just one of those things. Maybe they could make an alternative form of this, where it is not a dancer as Ludicolo turns out to be. It can still be called Ludicolo, but maybe they can make it more of a serious form. Still the same typing, but have it be a bit more slender and a bit more serious in terms of fighting. So now we have to fight this Golbat with our Goldfish, and I wonder if we can do anything against it. Bubble Beam seems to be the attack to go for. And he goes for a Poison Fang. Our Bubble Beam hits. Okay, we don't do nearly enough damage, so I think I'll switch to my Pelipper and see if we can okay, not Pelipper, to Marshtomp. I think I have a Rock type attack to use against him. Yes, I have Rock Slide. So Rock Slide ought to take him out, because flying is quite weak to rock, because Pokemon are able to hurl rocks up into the air. Why they can't hurl ground up into the air is an open question. But anyway, I suppose rock is more solid, so it keeps together better. Oh, and Marshtomp is evolving into Swampert. It's about time. So now we finally get our double typing that we've been after this whole time. Hence the whole reason I've chosen this specific game to specialize in, because I do believe that Marshtomp is without a doubt one of the best starters to have. Maybe Primarina can come up to the top there to also be one of the best starters, but I played this game before X and Y even came out, so that's why I haven't played X and Y so far. If I had X and Y, from the start I would have done it for the fire specialization. Although the legendary you get over there is dark type and fairy type. Now in X and Y you can just use the dark type starter, the Froakie, and you can have your dark type legendary as well. But they missed an opportunity over there to get a fairy type starter, and there's a couple of ways to go about that. You can have some creative thinking and get yourself a fairy starter, but and I was thinking to do that seriously until I discovered, and I'm thinking of trying to learn some ROM hacking for my fairy type. I'm first going to start on a easier platform and see if I can get this ROM hacking to work for me. Maybe you'll see one of my games in the near future. Well, within the next year or two, depending on how long these episodes take to complete. I've noticed that the first two series had 50 plus episodes. This one has a bit less episodes, and they tend to get less and less as the series go on. I mean, I've just completed a poison type series, and it only has about 36 episodes. I won't spoil what that is, what that game is based on, because I also had to borrow a Switch in order to justify playing that game, and I didn't buy the expansion, even though I have it on my emulator. So I didn't access the expansion on the emulator since I didn't buy the expansion. But you'll see that I want to try and tease that at this moment, and I hope this episode gets a bit more than 4 views. I know the first episode in this series got over 100 views, but that is only because I had a sexy girl on the thumbnail, and I don't want to overdo that, because you guys might get bored of that and think it's all clickbaity. And of course it is clickbaity. I'm trying to be clickbaity, but I don't want to overexploit something that has worked wonderfully in the past. Maybe I can do that in a few next starting of the seasons or the series, and hopefully get a bit of momentum before I start losing it halfway through. Whereas I had 100 and then it went down to 12, and now I'm down to 4 views at each point. But that being said, as long as my brother watches, I'm happy. So I would love it if I had enough views and subscriptions to actually get paid for this, and then I can get out of my parents' basement. But I'm just doing this to have fun, and I'm enjoying these series. So enjoy. If you enjoy watching this, please continue to do so. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing, but if you don't want to, then you don't have to. And leave a comment in the comment section below, because that does help the algorithm. Maybe more people could see it, and maybe I could get people who like seeing this kind of things to subscribe then, and then maybe I can increase a fan base like that. But that is just a suggestion, as we are being educated about evolution in this series over here, in this conversation over here. So we've cleared out the Team Aqua grunts over here, and including one of the admins, a very sexy admin. And I go up and down those stairs over there because I'm not having enough exercise. A bed. Let's say I have a little nap again. This time it's a bit safer to sleep than it was before. And now we have to go on this route. Why am I going back in? Because I remembered there was a computer over here, the PC, so I can access my Pokemon. And maybe, I want to deposit this this little normal guy over there because I don't actually need him. He's not part of my current plans. I love the theme he's all about, but they underdeveloped him. They didn't actually give him enough forms. He needs a rock form due to sandstorm, and he needs an electric form. Maybe that could be triggered by electric terrain, which is not in this game. And he needs a grass form, which could be triggered by grassy terrain, and all of those terrains that have been introduced in later generations. Okay, I can't walk on that patch of grass over there. So the grass is just about an inch higher and you can't walk over it. Hi my love, how are you doing so far? Did you enjoy the night in the hotel? Oh, you want to fight? I don't want to fight. You're giving me a mega bracelet. Okay. So she just does want to fight. Did you give me a mega bracelet, or did you just see I'm wearing a mega bracelet? Oh, come on my love, why are you using a Slugma in the rainy area? And you know I'm specializing in water types. Why do you still use a Slugma? A Pokemon that is 4 times weak to water types. And now I'm going to use a ground type attack against you. And Slugma is, I think, fire rock. Maybe it's fire ground, but I think it's fire rock. So I take it out in a single dig. Now she's going to send out Grovyle. So that is a better choice for her. And if she outspeeds and has a decent roll, she could still take out my Pelipper, but my Pelipper is quite bulky. And a wing attack ought to do the job, or air cutter. What was that attack? Was that a pound or something? Why didn't you use a grass type attack? I mean, I am off water over here. Granted, the flying type does kind of negate some of the attack, but a grass type attack is one of your best attacks that you can use. Kilombre, you're up for the Whelmer. Although I don't think Whelmer can do any damage to any of my Pokemon except Swampert. Giga Drain ought to do the job. I've neglected to find out what nature power does in the rain. Does it turn into some sort of aqua jet or a hydro pump or something like that? And if it turns into hydro pump, does it retain the accuracy of hydro pump, or does it have accuracy of nature power? Interesting questions these. Come back my love, we haven't stopped talking. I'm not done talking to you yet. She's so pretty I stumble all over my words. And she has a pretty body, don't you think? Okay, let's teach Pelipper Fly. So now Pelipper has Fly and Surf. Okay, it doesn't have Surf, it only has... Okay, so Pelipper now learns Fly. I'm going to teach Pelipper a different water type attack, because it's no good all of my Pokemon knowing Surf. It would be a brilliant attack for all of them to use, but some of them are physical attackers and some of them are special attackers. And I think Pelipper is a physical attacker, so it can't actually use, well, it can use Surf, but it's more effective to use something better like a Waterfall or Dive or something like that. Okay, so let's see what this mart has to offer to us. You have Pokeballs, you have some potions, you have a full restorer, okay, some revives, some heal items. Okay, we need some full heal items because it is, even though it's more expensive than the individual heal items, it's pretty hard to predict which specific condition you're going to be stuck with. So you need a full heal, because full heal even heals you from confusion, and there's not a confused heal in there. Other way to heal from confusion is to switch out. What does this guy have to say? Not much. Now this is a flippin' awesome town. As a grass type trainer, this would be the best town to use. If you watch my playthrough with the grass types, the first series I did, I mentioned that this town would be the town I would base my gym in as a grass type leader, but I would use the specific gym that is used in X and Y, that grass type trainer over here there. He has an awesome gym, and this is an awesome town to have that gym in. Okay, so what is this? That this building had a blue flag up on top. Now, with all of that being said, a flying type gym in this location is still also a very good area to have it. I mean, you're up off the ground and all of that. Okay, so he's a secret base builder. The guy we met a little bit earlier, a few episodes back. Okay, so we have a lot of dialogue going between us. Not much of this dialogue is something I'm that interested in, but let's just get this done. Damn, he has a lot to say. I want to go on with the game. I don't want to be stuck here with all of this nonsense. Proclamation and decoration. I'm only catching some keywords over there. Okay, what is this for? Oh, so over here you can buy some items for your secret base. They've definitely found a good way for you to waste all of the money you earn in battles. Not much of this is something I am all that interested in. Okay, she has some good advice to give us. Okay, so there's Steven. This is kind of a good way for the game to tell you that you have to follow Steven instead of just going your own way. Although I like going my own way, but the correct thing to do is to follow Steven. But let's see if we can get to the gym. Obviously there's a Pelipper, not a Pelipper. There's a Kecleon in our way. And the whole thing with Steven is that he introduces us to a Kecleon and he gives us an item that we need to get past that Kecleon. Now that's probably a good way to do it, but we don't actually end up using that item very much after this, so it is just a MacGuffin. It doesn't advance the plot in any way, shape or form. So it's almost basically just a one-use item, once used item. It is used over here as well, so in this town you get to use it 3 times. Well, at least 2 times. That thing, that obstacle over there, that is a Kecleon. Anyway, as I make my way to Steven, this is going to be the end of this episode. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Please consider subscribing to the channel, leaving a like, and sharing it with your friends. Thank you and goodbye.